afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. With me, your host, Imperial Dane. We're off yet an exciting 1 versus 1 on the Stalingrad map, with just some urban ruins map. We shall be watching on one side Spanky fighting for the United States of America for the 2nd Infantry Division, holding up a previously cleared German industrial area, vital to the German war effort. Opposing him shall be Sturmtiger GiaA, not GiaA, but GiaA. Fighting for the Reich for the Panzer Brigade, or für Brigade, Begleitbrigade. My slight apologies there. One of 2 armoured brigades formed out of Hitler's bodyguard units from the Wolfschatz on the Eastern Front. Both were actually sent to the Eastern Front. Initially as brigade-sized units, later on formed up to full divisional size. Bit of an attempt here to an early rush to barbed wire here. Instead, end up here with the Sturmpioniere storming their way through and opening up here in the liaison troops coming up in the large building here, coming into quite a bit of fire. You got the truck moving in as well for some reason. Liaison units will have to quickly pull out of there, and enough he's moving up the right hand side, so in that regard we could see that Spanky might have a bit of a rough start, if anything, since there's so far no territory secured for him, whereas GiaA here is making good progress. 2 forces got so far, 1 Sturmpioneer unit. However, shall Spanky overcome this rough start? Trying to get the point there, but coming up from up, holding up cover. Oh, going up ahead there. Trying to make it into the building there. We've got the truck there moving in, and there you go, the Sturmpioneers. Thanks to the truck's nastiness, got in there first. Now they're having a lot of problems. Quickly losing men due to the fact the truck is blocking their pathing a bit, messing it up. Not very nice, by the way. More rough now ramming here for Spanky. Liaison troops moving towards the west, going to secure territory there. Good. Taking another path, that is also good. Seemingly a bit complaining about the map. There we go, more Volksgrenadiers arriving, and now they're up in a bit of trouble. They could make it behind there, they're opening up the Volksgrenadiere. Rather than trying to sneak up behind here, but they're already low on health. I'm not entirely sure if that's a wise idea there by Spanky. With that close proximity here to the Sturmpioniere with the Sturmgewehr. Now we also got Volksgrenadier up on the other side. This could turn out to be a very rough few minutes here for Spanky. Needs to get out of there, and tot. Look, Helmut, I got ein Yankee. So there we go, the Spanky is gaining some ground, finally gaining some traction. But it's only been a rather unfortunate start. They're losing an entire rifleman squad. That is definitely going to hurt him quite a bit. Looks like he's trying for some harassment there, trying to sort of deny fuel to his opponent at the very least, but at the same time he now risks losing another rifleman squad who's not killed, but then again he might be able to get the Sturmpioneers, so he's forcing them away here. Getting very close, there we go. Sturmpioneers down to 1 man. Run, Dieter, run! Like your life depended on it. I am! Meanwhile, holding up here with the Volksgrenadiers, he's a bit sort of determined to hold things back. Right, we need to consider getting out of there very soon. They're themselves low on health. They can't really keep this. At least he's mounting our resources then to GiaA. So a bit of a return favour there. More riflemen arriving. There we go. 2 men cut down there, and off they go. Hopefully without getting annihilated on retreat. Or at least that is what Spanky's they're hoping. I'm sure GiaA has some slightly different opinions on that. And there you go, also noting medical supplies has been laid down here to help his troops heal, which might indicate he's got no intention of Rebel Group headquarters. And there we go, mechanized regiment headquarters up for GiaA. Also taking up position here in the building again, rather than taking up position here, making it a bit harder sort of deal with. Sturmpioneers forces arriving. For some reason they can't fire up this side, despite there being, nothing that's sort of technically blocking them from firing up that side. It's a bit weird, really. Nein, Jürgen, it's not structurally safe to stand over there. But 4 rifleman squads, so very infantry heavy start here from Spanky. So far, no sign of teching or anything. Wonder what he could be planning. We're seeing their 2nd Sturmpioneer unit. I'm surprised he didn't go for that a bit earlier. Would be work fully here in the Stalingrad map. Their close quarters advantage here versus those riflemen. There you go. Poor Friedrich took a shot there. They were a bit out of cover then, the Riflemen weren't. Most Sturmpanzers are trying to flank in. He probably should try to move up from here and then get behind them, but oh well, Volksman's in a bit of trouble. Commanders are handloading them as armor. Airborne recon briefly there. And GiaA's actually gone straight on for a breakthrough. But he won't be getting an officer because most people apparently think they're too cool for officers. In particular when it might say, benefit the Sturmpioneers in a close quarters map. Lots of arriving in this large building. Also moves on to harass resources. Spanky's getting a bit more of an upper hand now. He's sort of gotten things a bit more together. Although, I mean, he's technically had 5 riflemen now. Of course, lost one of the squads there, so not all good for him. Mechanized regiment quarters up, trading for fuel.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
And we're seeing a straight move here for the company command post capturing on the way. We're noting a large shift in approach here from GiaA. He's getting up the left-hand side, or right-hand side, moving on to the left. And there go veterans, 2 Sturmpioneers already. They will definitely have a chance if there's the Riflemen, in particular considering the Rangers. Ambulance also on the way now for Spanky. And there you go, Panzer Fusiliers on the way. And the 2 Führer brigades, in fact, had their own Panzer Fusilier elements because they're actually previously part of the Großdeutschland, which also basically had those. So, little fun fact in terms of organization and history.
We've got a captain hitting the field.
Sturmpioneers need to get away, not looking good. They need to be careful, doesn't extend. In fact, that's very much what you would do here now. And there you go, Panzerfluss moving ahead, coming into contact with the Riflemen. Moving across open terrain, a bit risky there, but look, Steel Hand Grenade, flashing the Americans out, either the cover or out of their bodies. And there we go.
Ambulance taking the field.
But another squad rushes the position here, quickly see the Panzerfusiliers suffering heavy losses right away. They don't have a second grenade to sort of quickly follow up with here versus the Riflemen. They will in fact like to be pushed off the field, and there we go. Captain's also arrived here for Spanky, who's yet to choose a commander. And there you go, recon support. Recon support. He could consider getting some INR Pathfinders out if he wanted.
M8 ready for battle.
Second Panzer Fusilier unit out, and no officers so far. Again, I do think you're going to benefit from that. I mean, he buffs, the combat abilities of the infantry, but somehow a Sturmpioneers with an officer together could probably have been a very nice combination here versus Spanky's rifle in these territory. And there you go, we get a Greyhound out for Spanky with its cancer around and other fun things. Go opening up here on the Volksgrenadier. Getting as close as possible. Academy quickly reacting, getting back things here, but at the same time losing territory here. GiaA, he needs to be careful he doesn't extend too much, which is currently what he's slightly in the process of doing, which allows then Spanky in return sort of direct a good blow here and there, knocking out the more isolated units of GiaA. So that's something to go. Oh, there we go though. There might be a bit of revenge here. Academy setting up. Looks like he's not paying attention. He might be doing a bit too much else. And there you go. Captain making good work here. And he knocks out half the punch for the unit in seconds. And there you go, while he was doing that, he lost the Greyhound with its upgrade, by the way. Munitions right there to the Raketenwerfer. In fact, he almost got the entire Panzerfusilier unit in return, but I don't think that really weighs up for the loss of the Greyhound, which is 280 manpower, 40 fuel, and all that munitions. And I don't think he got actually some serious kills with it. So that was definitely not a good day there for Spanky. Panzerfusiliers fighting left and right. No further anything going on here for Spanky. GiaA though is finding himself under quite a bit of pressure here. Keeping up pressure well, keeping up pressure well. Looks like we might be seeing something going up for GiaA soon enough. I do think these two pioneers will be losing out here versus the veteran 2 riflemen. Territorial control is definitely a bit of a problem here for GiaA at the moment. Popping on him, in fact. Panzer is getting veteran 2, increasing their lethality as well. Doing a decent job there versus the riflemen, closed in a bit too quickly, though we do have more units actually assisting. Two stone ponies here versus the riflemen retreating. That could definitely result in a quick victory there for GiaA. Run, Johnny, run! Can he make it? Can he make it? Looks like it. Damn close though, damn close. At the same time, we got a schwerer Panzer headquarters going up. That could open up for Obersoldaten here for GiaA. Might want to consider getting up some medical supplies here for those two companies there. Never mind. Most of the unit already has died. That's lovely there for GiaA. It seems like he's ever so slowly focusing towards the western hand side on the map. And immediately going for Lux. Bit risky there, he could risk running into some armor. Then again, he's seen a Greyhound, he's seen the captain, maybe he's not so worried about any direct armor rush. So I suppose there's a chance that Lux could do alright. Then again, Obersoldaten might also done so. And now we're seeing BAR upgrades here. We're seeing them being handed out here left and right. Increasing his firepower roll. 3 squads, 3 BARs. So that should definitely make things a bit more difficult as well for GiaA in his fight here versus the Amerikaner. Now him increasing riflemen with increased weaponry available. In particular, the veteran 2 riflemen are definitely going to be a bit of a pain in the arse there. And there you go, we got the Lux moving out, and there you go, the riflemen in a bit of a sticky situation. Every fact being caught out in the open. The Lux tears through them like a hot knife through butter. Except this butter is actually carrying some rather nasty guns, which ultimately does nothing versus the Lux. Moving up the cap to try and cover the retreat, a bold move. Except the Lux there caused them to flinch a bit, and ultimately results in a retreat there from the captain as well. It's a bit of a rough situation there for Spanky, probably not quite go the way he had hoped or intended. In fact, he's losing territorial across here as the Lux spearheads a rather vicious counter-attack. In fact, he could lose the captain here, and that's his only real anti-tank asset at the moment. There you go. We even got the ambulance coming under fire, but he does not actually pursue, so he seems to be maybe a bit worried of something might be coming. OD and the rifle here with the Browning automatic as well, in trouble. We're seeing a lot of manpower being flooded. Could he be aiming for the... He's gone recon support, so he's aiming for the combat drop that allows him to call in several paratrooper squads and the anti-tank gun there to aid versus the Krauts. That's a possibility anyways. He's also got munitions to equip more of his riflemen there with the Brownings. That's making things a bit more rubbish for the remaining Krauts. Seems like he's stopped training resources for the time being. Seems like more riflemen have been upgraded there with BARs increasing their firepower noticeably. And also quick to repair the ambulance. But very much looks like he's aiming for that combat drop. More Fultz Grenadiers here for him. No Obersoldaten, for example, instead. In fact, he's trading now fuel for munitions. I wonder what he could be planning. In fact, now he's spamming Fultz Grenadiers. I can't help but feel that's a bit of a bad idea. And there you go, we got the combat drop going in. Or combat group drop, whatever. Question is, what does he get from the skies here? Well, there we go. Anti-tank gun, Browning light machine gun, Browning light machine gun. So he's going to be having an awful lot of machine guns now available to him in one way or the other. The GiaA, the Browning automatic rifle, or the Browning light machine guns. The GiaA, though, was technically also a bit working like a light machine gun, as a fun fact. Though, of course, it wasn't necessarily fully effective, as in part because it only had a magazine of allowing for 20 rounds. A little fun fact about the GiaA, though, was in fact the Polish army also used it. And it's got the Panzers there getting overwhelmed. We're seeing a lot of guns here advancing towards the craps. We've also got the anti-tank, and there's a slight threat there for the Lux, which, by the way, has already gained veterans in 1. There we go. Nice hit there. Infantry needs to keep pushing. Panzer VI Volkswagen won't have much effect there. Now he might start to begin regretting he didn't get a single orbital Darden if all of this went loose. Volkswagen quickly ending out a lot of trouble. The GiaA, or the Browning light machine gun, all the other guns, they're tearing through the Volkswagen dealer. Larger positions set up here for Panzer and Storm Pioneers, basically acting as sort of a blockade. But actually closing in now versus the Browning automatics and the light machine guns. That could give Mr. Spanky a better chance of wiping out some units. There's also a good chance of a grenade, and now in fact moving out in the open. But we do see a grenade versus the rifleman, could lose them at the same time. Airborne here in a bit of trouble. The paratroopers need to get away. They're quickly going to go in by the Panzer Fusilier, Storm Pioneers for both sides. Ah, well, he got the paratroopers right there in one go. That was a bit unfortunate there for Spanky. They should have retreated. Meanwhile, lost in northern approach here due to counterattack by the Lux, having not to worry about anti-tanking up there. Paratroopers to continue to fight on here, though. Should be careful about moving too close to this Storm Punch particular, so that's again veteran to free. And there we go, as well. So a bit of a not quite a smooth counterattack as Spanky might have hoped there. Lots of those paratroopers will definitely hurt. At least he didn't drop their one Browning light machine gun. That's actually one fun thing about this. When they drop, they only drop with one Browning light machine gun if they get one. So, little fun detail there. Well, they still do get the ability to actually suppress. Looks like a larger push going on there, and we get the Major as well, so looks like he's taking up. Might decide time to get something heavier. There's so far. Oh, he's back to training for fuel. And Panzer is in a lot of trouble as the rifleman ahead. Browning automatics really doing a nasty number there, and we also got shots going off. Need to get that anti-tank up to support the front line. It looks like here that Spanky's basically putting all of his efforts together in one large push, one spearhead here, make it a bit harder sort of to out-maneuver here for GiaA, but also ensuring he doesn't have to worry about other fronts at the same time. So if you get to stop, though, of course, he's going to get in trouble. On the other hand, he's going to be a bit harder to actually sort of stop. Let's see if we can actually pull it off here. Anti-tank gun setting up here. Luke's moving forward, so there might be a chance of getting paratroopers all setting up here. The Browning rifleman needs to get out of there. Oh no, just all that GiaA fire there, really going through those Storm Pioneer. Panzer was doing it up a grenade with limited luck as well, only blowing apart a piano. Close there to losing the Lux. He's getting a Stukas of Usadins, but so far that could work here versus Spanky's force. He also got a forward position up here behind the old factory building. The Lux is also needed some repairs, so he needs to pull that back to the base quickly as possible. But all those GiaAs are definitely making Spanky a much tougher customer and opponent. I just need to get those paratroopers reinforced and back in the fight. Hiccup. 3 Panzer Fusiliers, 3 Volkswagens with Panzer VI and 2 Sturm Pioneers. I mean, he's got a ton of infantry. He's got 8, but barely any vehicles or any other support weapons. So the question might be why Dun's trying to upgrade the Panzer Fusiliers, just get some Obersoldaten instead. Quick grenade there. Does not pull back in time. In fact, could see the Volkswagen squad here going wiped out. Can he pull it off? No, not quite there, not quite. Yak is available, but something tells me he's not going to be aiming for that. That would certainly be a bit of a odd move here on the map. But time for the mid-game analysis. Counter chase in terms of damage, they're extremely equal. Spanky's got a small lead, infinitely small, whereas we do know in terms of kills there's a small lead there to GiaA. So there's definitely some small differences there, but overall they're reasonably equal. In terms of territorial control though, GiaA is on the advantage. He's also got the victory points and he's overall leading sort of the VPs, if you will. So there's a slight difference there as well. And I mean, he's also got a ton more infantry. On the other hand, he doesn't quite have as much firepower in infantry, whereas Spanky's got plenty of BRs. He's got like machine guns, so there are some light differences then. Particularly, I mean, he's downgraded a lot of his infantry for Panzer 6. In that regard, there might have been a slight, you know, unfortunateness, and he didn't actually aim for any orbital dome, which might have put up a bit more of a threat here to the riflemen and the paratroopers. So in that regard, he does risk putting himself in a situation he actually suffers extreme manpower range, going to make it difficult for him to maintain his force or get a lot more other forces, because he'll constantly be paying up manpower to reinforce what he has. So there's a slight danger that could happen, in particular as the riflemen gain more veterancy and thus gain more out of the BARs, or the paratroopers for that matter, with their Browning light machine gun. So there are some thoughts there to keep in mind as well. He's got his focus of foods now, so of course he's trying to deal with what he's currently seeing, which of course all the infantry and the anti-tank gun, and he's probably feeling reasonably safe for the 3 Panzer 6 and the Raketenwerfer in case of armour appears. But at the same time, if armour does appear the way he's sort of currently playing in particular map, he does risk a chance of actually losing out here, because again the infantry can't get too close, otherwise the armour will actually sort of do quite nicely versus it, and at the same time it's to separate again this and also overwhelm it. Or for that matter, the infantry overwhelm it with the BARs. So they have some slight problems over this kind of strategy that he's currently playing. I'm not saying it's completely rubbish, but it does have some flaws. And of course, back to trading fuel, and he should definitely do that, and he should probably as soon as possible aim for a Panther, then maybe afterwards a Storm Tiger to sort of add some further potency to his force, and also something that could sort of shatter the vital assets here of Spanky, including the anti-tank gun. So there's definitely something to consider as well in that regard. As for Spanky, he's got noticeably less infantry, but again they got noticeably more guns. Guns. He's got some tech up here. He could consider currently a motor carrier to sort of blast away the infantry firing other things. I mean, that could definitely do quite good. A Sherman with high explosive rounds could also do that, would certainly also be able to soak up more damage in that regard, have a better chance, you know, pushing forwards. So that would not be too bad either. As such, I mean, there are definitely a few options in that regard. Infantry-wise is looking alright. He could maybe consider upgrading some more of his men with BARs if possible when he gets the munitions. Otherwise, I mean, again, you know, I think Shermans and Scots would be a good move to sort of go towards. He could also go for a pack howitzer, but I think overall, more optimal choice with less manpower, more fuel would be the Scot here, also more mobile, and thus also more likely to avoid getting knocked out with by this little thing. So I think that could help him quite nicely. He should also begin harassing more on the left flank, trying to draw away GiaA's forces away from here, again easing up the pressure here, allowing him to further push towards here. So I think is also something Spanky might want to consider. But back to the fight here, now under Spanky. Need to reinforce there by the ambulance while he's at it. And there you go, the Stukas was firing. Oh, knocking out the building, killing the paratroopers.
They got wiped out.
That's a heavy loss right there. A heavy loss to him, a small victory there for GiaA. But he didn't lose anything else though, so I suppose that's something. It looks like in the wake of that he's going to launch a counter-attack. But the anti-tank is already pretty much shown that the Lukes will not be fighting as well. In fact, he is quickly pulling that back. And there we go, got a Sherman on the way. Trying to make a head-on push here through the narrow street here. But the Panzer Fighters unfortunately proved to be a bit too much there of a bother. At the same time, the larger, more veteran forces flanking around here with the Storm Pioneers and Panzer Fighters veterancy 3. So that could also be a bit of a problem here though for Spanky if handled correctly. Of course, if not, I mean, he's going to... But there we go. He's trying to set himself in a position here where Spanky can quickly take up position in the heavy cover and open there with his Browning automatics. And that's definitely going to cause a problem, particularly with the Stone Pioneers out in the open. But we do see at the same time then he quickly flanks up here, so maybe something a bit clever going on there. He could lose the ambulance here, but needs to get up and away. Very close there. Sherman arriving, 50 cover on the way as well. And there we go, full squad wiped out, Pantrusek left behind. And we got the high close around him just tearing into the infantry. Unable to do much here. Veteran G4 for the Panzer Fusiliers. Bars there taking a nasty hit. Sugar's Boost creeping up, trying to get some more kills there. So definitely increasing pressure there upon the shoulders of GiaA. And looks like the Major was the one to make away with the Panzerschreck. Probably claiming it as a souvenir.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
Thinking he's placed it all around there. I mean, a nice idea, but sadly a bit of a blind shot in that case. The only thing he does is explode some more chunks of, well, rubble. But I mean, had Spanky been lining up his troops, so that could have been a very devastating barrage. I mean, in theory it was not a bad idea, just in reality was lacking one vital element, and that was actually the enemy remaining there. Bit of quiet here. Blockade here, and we're seeing Mr. GiaA moving up to reinforce. He's not, for example, trying to outflank it. He's not, say, trying to sneak up force here to attack from the rear, maybe also get the ambulance in the process. So that's interesting. Now, in fact, what we're seeing here is that Spanky's actually changing things up, attacking from another angle, another approach. That's good. He's catching some himself by surprise. The forces, in fact, quickly getting wild. He could lose the entire. Yeah, we go, and another Panzerschreck dropped. And all of his riflemen seem to, in fact, been fully upgraded here, so they can't pick up the Panzerschreck. I mean, that's good in one way. On the other hand, of course, means he can't get it, so there's a chance here of GiaA regaining it. Wait, why are they going like that? That made no sense. That was one hell of a butt there. I've never seen that before. Oh well. Another airdrop combat group though. Interesting. Got another anti-tank gun. Another Browning light machine gun. He gets more or less the same thing as the last time. 2 squads with Browning light machine guns. He's a bit lucky there. Now let's just hope they can survive a bit longer than their previous fellows on the front lines. From here need to get away. They're getting mowed down. We also got the Panzers here with the BA engine. Now if you do not upgrade grab the ones here with the H-24 for it. Barrage going off, not really killing anyone. Impressive. But he almost lost it. BAR left behind again. Further chance here of GiaA increasing his firepower overall. And there you go, finally got on the more veteran ones. That's definitely getting a bit nasty here for Spanky. But there you go, Sherman firing high close around, alerting them and telling them to get out of there. Both I think he's clustering a bit too close together. I mean, one good barrage can knock them out. But the assault continues. Anti-tank rifle grenades fail to make any impression there upon the Sherman's frontal armor. Infantry follows up rapidly. Good, good. Almost wiped out the Stone Pioneers there as well. I mean, the infantry is not really getting much support here from anything else GiaA has, and that's another thing. So there you go, we got the anti-tank guns opening out on the looks. And it finally goes down, kaput. Smouldering wreckage in the middle of the road. Empty pushing forward. There's nothing to actually cover it. So right there, Spanky has made a slight tactical mistake there. The anti-tanker could be overwhelmed. And there's, of course, the Sherman's arm man to overcome it. Or he gets the infantry upwards in. Cleared out. Okay, we have also a veterans one here for the Sherman. And finally also sneaking someone over to the left side to take away territory there. Certainly took him long enough. Lots of medical supplies, by the way, here by the base. And a decent amount of American equipment as well. By now. He got lucky that he's just firing down the road, otherwise we had some very good targets around here. And looks like a Panther has arrived here for GiaA. Panzerkampfwagen 5 mobilized. Can this turn the tide here? Probably if he gets the proper infantry support. Anti-tank rifle grenade goes off. Fails to penetrate. And what's this? He's following up with another Lux. An interesting decision there. Shots going off. They've got anti-tank flying right into the side. Have he got more range on with taking? He probably could have done more damage to it, by the way. Paratroops moving in, attacking from both sides of the brown light machine guns, mowing down Germans. Veterans 5 here for these Panzer Fusiliers. And there you go, quick cook grenade there, Panzer forced away. Panther doing his best by covering fire. Flying to advance. And there you go, we got the Lux flanking out here, things. Small chance of doing some serious damage here against the Americans. Also forcing with the Sherman, but at the same time he's using ground on the left side. There's been no response to what's going on there. Nothing from the Lux either. Small chance actually to do some serious damage. We're sending the Lux to clear up this, but that's too late now. Right in front of the anti-tank, he needs to get past that very quickly. On the other hand, then he has a chance of actually grabbing the anti-tank away from Spanky afterwards. Which could certainly provide him with more anti-tank firepower. His infantry, though, is definitely bleeding out quite a bit, and it must be somewhat expensive for him to constantly replace it. Anti-tank grenade hit, damaging the engine. That's going to force the Lux out of there rather quickly. But at the same time, it took quite some losses there in the process. Second Sherman arriving. And finally a response to the reassuring troops on the left-hand side. The Storm Pioneers there quickly dispatching them ruthlessly. Paratroops making the advantage versus this Panzer Fusiliers and another Volkswagen unit. Panzer strikes flying through there, not really doing much. And there you go. Sherman straight into the Kettenwerfer. And then he moves on to hunt the anti-tank gun, ignoring the Sherman, giving that a chance to get away there. Panzer Fusiliers on their hand, eventually making good progress versus the paratroopers and the anti-tank gun. A bit of trouble. Then we've got a long flank here by GiaA. Might have a chance there. Oh, to GiaA, and then we've got anti-tank gun cleared out again. Grenade. Now might be the time to retreat these Panzer Fusiliers before they get utterly annihilated. We've certainly seen there's been some heavy losses. They've lost one Sturm Pioneer unit and 2 Volksgrenadier squads since the last time we had a more serious look at that. Now the advantage seems more in the favour of Spanky.
Panther, ready to move. Ready for action. It's time for action.
All a bit quiet.
Panther, ready for action. Our supply lines have been cut. Americans are making a push.
But keeping up pressure there, continuing trying to deny territory here to GiaA. And of course, GiaA trying to gain territory back constantly as well. Basically 2 paratroops there versus eventually 5 panzers with a Panzerwreck and a BAR. Quick steel hand grenade. But there's a bit of a chance grenade there as well. Ultimately, neither made much of an impression upon the other side.
Prepared for action. Ready for orders. Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire!
Fighting on several sides. Slowly pushing back. Spanky once more with the might of the Reich. German engaged. Nego looks like Stuka's first one for firing, striking it. There's a lot of Americans clumped together. That went pretty well. Gained veterans 1-2, decreasing the time it takes to actually fire another barrage.
Neutralize infantry. Relay order. Infantry.
More shots, more explosions. Panzer Fusiliers getting shot at and run off. We got the Luke trying to do a bit, but it's actually under fire from the anti-tank. He needs to pull it back quickly before the anti-tank gun puts it in a less than salvageable state. And actually a third Sherman here, so Spanky's really adding in a lot of armor now. No Jacksons, enough, just Shermans, Then again, it might be the terrain here and all the Panzerwrecks and the likes that might force him to be a bit more conservative in that department. Panther coming under fire there from the Shermans. Shermans though getting hit back. And there you go, Panther moving forward, so they're getting flanked. We've got the anti-tanker moving in as well, nicely done there. Maybe he's going to attempt to bait in the Panther, who knows? Ah, he ignored it. And the anti-tanker is actually exposed here versus the Panzer of the Sturm Pioneers. That's a bit risky. We did see the Rick and there we go, anti-tanker hits up a nice shot there. Take aim and make sure everything nice and good. But down there we go, almost got the Panther, needs to get away. In fact, blitz. Sherman taking heavy damage, and there we go, another unit wiped out, there we go, no false grenadiers left. In the end, they could not do much.
Send orders.
Now it's down just basically to the Panzer Fusiliers.
Ready yourself for orders. Make ready to move.
Right now, Sturm Tiger is an option, or another Panther, or at least soon they will be. Both would have their strengths and weaknesses. The Sturm Tiger, which only help versus the anti-tankers into a bit more of a permanent fashion. Whereas the Panther, of course, would just be more tank. Close there. Quick follow-up grenade there as well. Panzer is not doing too well. So that did not work out well. Well, interesting enough, I mean, there's been no attempt at getting a single orbital done here from GiaA. I'm a bit surprised at that. I really think that would have done him quite a bit of good here. Instead, he's been absolutely no interest in that. He's just been relying on Panzer Fusiliers, Sturm Pioneers, and Volksgrenadiers of all things. And now we're actually seeing a second Panther on the way.
Make ready to move. Stand ready.
So let's see how he does this.
Panther, ready to move.
And there you go, another Panzerwreck in the hands of the Americans. Oh! Almost got the entire Panzer Fusilier unit with that grenade. Ach du Goethe. But pushing forward to tank one's nicely, freshly stolen by Ken Merva. However, shall GiaA handle this threat?
It's time for action.
Looks like he's preparing an armoured fist on the left flank. 2 Panthers rolling ahead. Each enough, there's been absolutely no usage of abilities. I mean, the only thing he's actually using this commander whatsoever is the Panther, but there's been no sign of, breakthrough, and no Sturmoffizier. There you go, Panther striking in. Luke's being hunted down here by the Sherman. Panther's getting surrounded here by Shermans, by anti-tank. So they go coming anti-tank down. Sherman almost on, Ken Merva sitting up here. Panther was just out in the open. And we got a bit of smoke laid down there. Good, good. The one Panther almost wiped out here. A Ken Merva firing off as well, almost getting the Ken Merva here. Looks like another Panzer Fusilier. In fact, he lost his veterans, E5 Panzer Fusilier unit. And there we go, looks like this is game over. GiaA pulls back the Führer, Brigade has to move out. The 2nd Infantry Division has won the day. A bit of an interesting battle here. A bit of a rough start for GiaA, but also a bit spanky there. They lost the only squad, but ultimately he dominated a bit. Then, he flooded the field with infantry. The Looks came in, and all of a sudden, Mr. Spanky was a lot more on the back foot, got pushed back. The Strugers of Fuss certainly helped solidify that, but then he slowly came back with another combat group, and in particular the Shermans then sort of further solidified things, and at that point things began falling up in a part there for GiaA. In part because I rather felt like he could have done with some more orbitals onto that way, applied some more infantry pressure, and a part of me will also say Sturmtiger might have been a better choice, plus all the Looks is there. I think 1 Looks was good, 2nd Looks maybe not so well. I think that was a bit of a mistake there. And also, all those Panzer Fusiliers, no upgrades. Also, no Sturmoffizier, no breakthrough tactics. Compared to each other, Spanky, while not awfully making much better use of the command, he used maybe 3 abilities, although he used the biggest one quite a few times. He only used 1. There's a bit of a difference there. So in that regard, Spanky overall strategically played a bit better. There were some tactical mistakes there and there, but ultimately he, did better. He had a better grasp of things, and overall kept up the pressure better. He also able to, lay on some good harassment early on, which denied a few earlier advantages there to GiaA as well, so that was also quite well done. So, I think the main lesson again, if you go for a doctrine, try to make as much use of it, and not as little as possible use of it. I think that was one of the major things that held GiaA back. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's match. If you did, want to subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a friend and provide some feedback in the comments. Details are in the channel description for sending in. Replays, by the way. And this is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and thank you all for watching.